The ending nobody seen coming. I pondered what Neothic said to me. Then my merc came over and wanted to thank me. You saved my life. Also, what happened after I was knocked out? Like going deaf, I couldn't hear a word he said, but I could see his mouth moving. Then my hearing snapped back. Merc? Did you hear what I said? Townsfolk said we need to head to Mount Arreat. Oh yes, let's get prepared and ready to head out. We took our supplies and moved out. We headed through the frozen tundra. There were heavy blizzards up there. We almost got lost. We tied each other to a rope. I tapped him on the shoulder and pointed to a cave in the distance. We needed to get out of this cold. Frostbite was slowly starting to kick in. The cave was a lot cooler than the outside. We started a small campfire to warm ourselves up. My merc asked me why I seemed so zoned out after the fight. It's something Neothic told me. He said the path to my own life was over, and the one thing I could have done is long gone. He looked at me with a blank face. My family, my fellow mercenary, they all died at my hands. I'm the person who killed them. I wasn't there for my family, and I should have told my mercenary to stay in town. She died from the fight with Diablo. I slammed my hand on the ground, and my rage followed through it, began turning charcoal black. I called myself. Let's stay a bit longer. We should move on. As we wandered the cave, I could feel this aura of light. It felt warm, but it was beginning to burn me. This way, I could feel a sense of strength over here. We came to an entrance and followed the stairs upwards. We opened the gates and reached the top of the Mount Arreat. Then in the middle was 3 statues and a book. I raised my arm and walked over to the book. I slowly read from it, and 3 beams of light appeared. The statues came alive, and the barbarian guardians appeared. We guard the top of the sacred land, but Baal, he has managed to bypass us. But who is this corrupt May? Now enter the holy place. Turn back now or face the fate of our power. Corrupted? Do they mean me? I challenge you to enter the rolled stone and stop Baal. So be it, but we will use all our powers to stop you. They charged us and my skeleton army ran at them. Their armor was thick, but I leashed a poison over them at them. Their armor seemed unaffected, but it began to crack slowly all over. I pulled my merc to the side and I'll weaken their armor, you aim for the cracks. He nodded and we moved our way through the battle, through the tough. They were tough, but I would not let them stop me from Baal. One by one, they fell until one was left. He powered himself up from his fallen brothers. Listen to me, mortal. Something is wrong with you. You're no longer who you are. This is your final warning. Turn back now. Save what humanity you have left. Never, I said. We charged at each other. He swung his weapon down at me, and I caught it. With my hand, I got close enough to him. The prime mules will fall, and he won't stop me. My power began turning black and transferred over to him. He began to rot away. He fell to pieces. I stepped over him and saw the gate open. Come on, Baal won't wait for us. The rolled stone was a big place. Giant pieces of live crystals corrupted speared through the walls and floors. We several hours till we reached the final floor. As we walked down the stairs and entered the final room, I could hear Baal's voice echoing to us. I'm human, slay my brothers, and challenge thee. We walked through the throne room and Baal was waiting for us. Baal, so you're the one who slain my brothers. Tell me, warrior, what is your name? My name is Mavrick, the last survivor Tristram, and the one who will end the primeval. Baal laughed at us. If that's what you wish, then come to the final battle and lose your very soul. He entered the final room and I followed. My merc was behind me. No, you stay behind. I won't lose another to this evil. Don't worry, this battle won't take long. He tried to argue with me. Please, go back to town. I summoned a portal and went through. The burden is mine. I entered the room. Baal, it's just you and me. Baal, good. Now die, mortal. He fired off with no spare at me. I boned armored up and absorbed the hit. I took my dagger and slowly walked to him. He summoned tendrils at me. I cut them down one by one. I threw my dagger at him and Baal caught it. Baal, you fool, you lost your weapon. Did I now? I unleashed a poison explosion from it. It spread acid in his face. He yelled in agony and summoned a clone of himself. Baal, cheap shots won't let you win this fight. He unleashed an ice and fire attack at the same time. I rolled out of the way from one, but got hit by the other. It froze my legs in place. Baal slowly wiped the acid from his face as it slowly began to heal. He walked over cocky and lashed a tendril around my neck. Baal, see, mortal? I told you wouldn't win this fight. Oh, I know. That's why I have this. I took out Diablo's soulstone shard. Baal, it can't be. He looked straight up at me. I cut my hand to absorb its power. My hands were bloody and the shard felt the ground and grew dim. I felt this surge of power through me. My lightness turned to darkness. I used my newfound power and ripped out Baal's throat. With it, he dropped him again, coughing up blood. My power slowly turned me into a shadow-type form. Baal looked at me one last time, gurgled out the words, "Let terror reign once again." The place began shaking and breaking apart. Tyrael appeared and raised his sword to my throat. Mortal, what have you done? This power isn't yours. I unleashed it and sent him flying. Don't be jealous, Angel. I did what your kind couldn't do. I returned to my normal form and returned back to town. My merc was waiting. He walked over and gave me a hug. Glad to see you survived, brother. Told you it wouldn't take long. It's time to take a long rest. Later that night, a woman came to see us. She said she had a story to share. She said she could help me with my newfound powers. How's it going, guys? Don't mind the TV in the background. So, basically what I'm going to be doing is we're going to be killing off Baal. Now, as you can see, is I already mapped out the entire system. Just did it strictly for grinding. I hadn't proceeded anything further into the throne room, so I don't know what the hell I'll be going against in there. Thankfully, this is actually extremely close. Ooh, apologies, had some soda. I'm doing all this before I go back to work. So I'm on my break right now. So, like I said, most likely you guys will see this probably tomorrow. And if you do, it'll be sometime in the morning time before I go to work. So, and this will be the last video you guys will see. So the time I'm recording this now, I don't even have the story written up yet, as usual. Because I usually pre-record all my videos first and then write up the story. So, basically kind of keeps the ideas fresh in my head so that I can, think of that story. Which I already have in mind of how the story's already going to go anyway, so. For the last final quest, that's just getting socketed, that's just getting the ruins, and that's just getting your name on an item. I just don't care. Game is pretty much beat as it is anyway, so. And, I did grind a bit. Oh, hello, sirs. We're level 38 right now, so. I think we're like 4 levels higher than our own Amazon. So. But. Have to cough here, I might have to mute the mic. But yeah, I'm going to try to knock off Baal as quickly as possible before I have to go back to work, so. And then, that'll be it. That'll be the big GG for the game. We won't be playing Diablo for quite a while. Once we start the new game mode and stuff like that. And, Tuesday and Wednesday this upcoming week is going to be tricky. Because I'm going to have to pre-record all my stuff on Monday / somewhat Sunday, depending on which time we close. Because my boss is wanting to close at 8 instead of 5, is what we normally do. Which is frankly kind of annoying, but still hasn't been decided yet. Because I know of. So, if I do that, I'm going to have to pre-record all my videos on Monday. Which means I'm going to have to pre-record a video on Sunday night after I get off from work for Monday. Which is going to be the Hearthstone Monday. Hearthstone Monday. And then after that, I'm going to have to just pre-record the first and second video for the new walkthrough in the game that I'm super hyped for. But both ones will have face cam too, so but I have to do a little more edited detail to the second one. Whoop, one moment. Apologize there, I had a burp. Oh, we just lost some skeletons. Can't have that now. Let me go with these guys. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Am I going to have to refresh them on my skeletons already? Yeah, we might actually have to. I don't really want to. If I can help it. How about kill the guy that's, using the fire and lightning there, buddies. The Venom Lords are going to be a more trickier one. After that, let's turn the Tormentor will be super easy. These guys are the ones I care about the most. Might have to start breaking up some poison explosions here. Apologize for the loud clicking the mouse too. But I should be getting paid today too, so I'll definitely be on the hunt for some quiet mouses if I can. Alright. Let's get this corpse here real quick. Let's get a refresh on our potions and stuff. Let's kick Lister's ass. And then we go after the Lord of Destruction himself. Cool. Alright, so what we can do here. Come on. Summon the little turds. Hope you guys' Thursday's gonna go too. It's raining here, but apparently we're supposed to get snow too, so that'll be quite interesting. Alright, I'm gonna back these boys up here a bit, because the problem with that is that Baal's using Deckerfy, and it's starting to slow my goddamn skeleton zone. And we can't have that. Alright, looks like we're going to have to refresh our skeletons here. Don't really want to have to continuously refresh my skeletons if I can prevent it. Ooh, damn, excuse me. But, like I said, Baal is really goddamn annoying when it comes to that. He'll hit your minions or anything like that with Deckerfy, and it's just like Lister and them alone are already a goddamn tank, so they'll just start absorbing all that goddamn damage. And since your skeletons are slowly attacking, they're slowly getting beat too. Or kill him. Alright. There is a way to actually lure Lister and the boys back to the entrance, like right over here. And for some reason, I don't know if it works on single player or not, but it will actually bug Baal to thinking that you already killed Lister in them, and he'll actually go inside the Woolstone Chamber. Now, I've never actually used it, because I always end up killing Lister as is anyway, so... But... Now, kind of one of the things, if you're struggling to beat Lister or stuff like that, that's probably the most easiest way to do. Come on. Build that amplify. And Lister's dead. Oh, okay. Lister's also one of the few enemies, too, that are like bosses you can't actually bring back. Which is a damn shame. But, them's the rules. Okay, he dropped nothing but a bunch of crap. Good to know. This is where things are going to get a little more interesting with Baal. Because if... I already immediately know for a fact he's going to start swinging that goddamn Frost Nova. And it's going to be really goddamn annoying. But our resistances are high enough as it is anyways, so we should technically be okay. Oh, he's going with the Mana Burn and the Teleport already. There's the Frost Nova. Oh, I am not dying, sir. Screw you, buddy. He's already knocked off a few of my skeletons anyways. We'll wait till we get down to a little more skeletons. Oh, he killed off my mercenary too, you ass. Alright, un momento. Now, if you really want, you could actually... Yes, thank you for the words. Switch out the Act 2 mercenary with an Act 3 mercenary and get the Ice mercenary, which will actually somewhat help you out a lot. I personally don't use him because he's more there to stall the enemy than really is to damage. And we already have Baal where we want him at now, so he can't use any of that ice crap on us at the moment. But unlike Diablo, he's going to be a lot more easier to beat, so... Alright, oh, there goes the Frost Nova. Well, you hit like a goddamn Mack truck. That amplify there. No, sir. If you don't know the difference between Baal and his clone, last I remember... Well, he just wiped out my goddamn skeletons. Again, you little turd. I don't want to have to do this as a stupid thing like I had to do with Diablo. I think the lettering on his clone is like smaller or bigger or some crap like that, or it's more spread out. There's some way you can tell by the lettering of his name, the way Baal is spelt. And I think his clone takes more damage too. But I do not remember. So don't exactly quote me on that. I'm really hoping to get a skill tree. I don't need stamina. I'll get a skill tree that'll help out all my skeletons like quite a bit. If you know where skill... Experience. Get that crap out of here. If you know where skill trees are, I would recommend using them. Especially when you're taking on like boss fights, stuff like that. Because it gives you that extra boost for your minions. So, it is actually nice to have. But Baal is being a turd and decides to use his goddamn
clones. And if you can help it, get your mercenary to have prevent monster heal. Because I'm pretty sure they do heal when you are leaving like that. Excuse me. Buddy. Baal, you little... How the hell have you wiped out my skeletons already? Again? This is why Baal's so goddamn annoying. Okay, basically I'm going to do the same thing I did with Diablo. I don't want to waste any more of my time, and I don't want to waste any more of your guys' time watching me having to go back and forth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the recording here, and then once Baal is almost dead, just like I did with Diablo, I'll restart the recording, and you guys don't have to waste like 10 minutes to skip through the video to see when I kill Baal. Alright, so we'll be back. Alright guys, we're back. After Baal's goddamn annoyance of just slowly wiping my skeletons, no matter how many times I summoned them, I had to get them weak enough to the point where I could just use my mercenary and clay golem. He tried using that goddamn clone on me again. But little turd is finally gonna die. Thank you! Finally! You give me a bone helm, so I'm not mad about that. But still, you are so goddamn annoying to go against. That would have helped out my mercenary quite a bit, actually. That open wounds would have been nice. Even though he already has maxed out resistances as anyways. Nope, that can go. I'll hold on to that. God damn, Baal is so goddamn annoying to go against. But I saved a lot of time and trouble. Well, saved a lot of your guys' time and trouble too. Light resistance. See, that would be a nice helmet. 73. Actually, it's technically better than what I already have as it is anyway, so. And 16 extra lives. Screw it. It's better than mine. Oh god, Baal's so goddamn annoying. But yeah, he continued would just instantly wipe out my goddamn skeletons. So I had to go back, summon them, and it was just completely pointless. To the point, if you can get the bosses down, more so Diablo and Baal, down to maybe like a quarter of their health left, I recommend just using your Act 2 mercenary. And if you're playing a Summonmancer like me, just use your clay golem. And just focus on that. Because otherwise what they'll do is the AI will start scattering its little mind around, and it'll start having a freak out moment, and Baal will actually summon out more of his little tendrils and his clones than he normally will, instead of just fighting your golem and your mercenary. Same thing with Diablo. Diablo will actually start using his Inferno more on your skeletons more than just using it on your mercenary and your clay golem. So, pain in the ass, but we beat Baal. So we beat the game. So you guys will be seeing this, like I said, tomorrow. After that, I'm pretty much going to be busy next week on Monday through Wednesday. So like I said, I'm going to, try to pre-record everything I can over the weekend and whatnot. So, oh god, this is going to be interesting. But either way, I hope you guys liked the final story. Like I said, I haven't written up yet, but by the time you guys finally get to this part, you guys have already gotten the story and what's already happened to Maverick. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed the walkthrough. At least kind of a remix on it. And I'll basically catch you guys in the next new video we'll actually be doing, which will be on, well, you guys will see it on Tuesday. But like I said, both of them will have face cam, so I gotta try to work that in somehow. But either way, hope you guys stay safe and healthy, and much love, guys. See you around. Merc. I write this in my own journal. We defeat the primevals and we took a long rest. I could continue my journey with Maverick or return home. I hadn't decided, but the same night a lady showed up and asked for Maverick. She said her name was Arreat. She would have a word with me in private. She asked me, has he been sick or a sudden change in attitude or powers? I explained to her what happened. She paused for a moment and said, she might have a cure for Maverick. His corruption was due to emotional state. If it wasn't taken care of immediately, it would get worse. My gut was not to trust her. What choice did I have? She introduced herself to Maverick and they talked for a while. An hour later, Maverick told me he wanted to thank me for my help and the pledge he had helped me to defeat the primevals. But my duty was done. Go home and relax. When the time comes again, he'll
He calls on me. We packed our things and said our goodbyes. As we walked separate pathways, I looked back one last time. Adrian disappeared further ahead, and Maverick was right behind. Then my eyes widened. That it couldn't be. It was. His mercenary was walking by him, but her eyes were different. And then Maverick turned around, stood very still, looked at me, and Diablo's face glimpsed over and said, "Legion." Then Maverick disappeared into the darkness. Was I seeing things? Or did Diablo really survive? I shook it off like a bad dream and went home for answers. I think this war was just the beginning.